Whether you're a seasoned veteran or it's your first time, or if you're just a little curious, whatever your experience level, Stingray is here to guide you through the ins and outs of OAX 2026. Ahoy, art lovers! It's Stingray here, welcoming you back to the Art Cove and wishing you a happy Valentine's Day. If you couldn't tell by that little intro, I'm feeling a little frisky. Frisky for art, that is. Can you believe it? We are 1 week away from OAX, the original Art Expo. It's time to go back down to Orlando, see more art than the human brain can possibly conceive of, hang out with friends, and eat a lot of zingers. So I thought that I would talk today a little bit about how I am strategizing and planning and prepping and getting ready for OAX to help anybody who might have some questions. Maybe it's your first time and you're not sure what to go see first, what to do, where to, whatever. If you need help with getting ready for OAX, hopefully not the getting excited part, but for getting ready, I'm going to talk about what I'm bringing with me, what I plan on doing at the show, and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully I can help out anybody who has any questions or just is unsure of the way to handle things. So let's get started. First of all, as far as just prep goes, I am packing 2 bags, basically. I'm gonna have my backpack that is going to be going around with me at the show. That's gonna be for primarily holding portfolios. And then, obviously I'm gonna have a regular suitcase that I'm gonna use for, like clothes and all that stuff. Now, this hefty boy, this is the backpack that I use. This is the Topo Design, I forget what the actual name of this is, but it is the 40L model, which I've been told they don't do anymore. And I looked on the website and all I saw was the 30L model. If you don't have one of these, you can still get one on Amazon. They're a little bit pricey as far as backpacks go, but they come with, well, when they came from Topo, they came with a lifetime warranty. They're really well made, really well put together. But most importantly, they are the exact dimensions for the maximum size of carry-on baggage on pretty much every airline out there. And B, they can hold up to a 13 by 19 art portfolio, which is super convenient because I'm going to be picking up a 13 by 19 commission at OAX this year. So for me, I'm going to be packing this bag up very full with portfolios and art. Now, I just want to show you something. This is the first level of entry here, and then we've got another section in the bottom here, and this is where the portfolios go. And this is what I'm going to be bringing with me. This is an 11 by 17 with the rings in it. I like these pages because I don't have to take the art out of the pages. If I want to reorganize, I can just unlock the rings, take the pages out, and move them around as I choose. Next, I'm going to be bringing a 12 by 18 portfolio. This one is just because I can't remember if any of the commissions that I'm picking up are A3. Plus, there's some stuff in there that I kind of want to show off. And then there's the Big Mammer Jammer, the 13 by 19. Now, this one currently is empty. There's nothing in it. But like I said, I'm picking up a 13 by 19 commission at the show, so I want to be able to carry that. Realistically, even if I have some A3 stuff I'm picking up, I could put them in here. But like I said, there's some stuff in the 12 by 18 that I kind of want to show off a little bit. And then, whatever. But it's a good thing to have. So this bag, if you can find one, if you don't already have one, I know at least a dozen collectors that have this exact bag. We all love it. We all think it's great. So if you're looking for a good bag to get the Topo Designs 40 liter, look for it on third-party places because, like I said, I think they only have the 30 liter left on their own site. And unfortunately, this video is not sponsored by Topo. I wish it was. But, Now, one thing I'd like to point out is if you're going to be taking portfolios to the show, and, it is not uncommon for collectors to just get together at a big table somewhere, whip out a bunch of portfolios and start looking at them. I like to put stickers on mine because it helps me be able to tell which ones are, mine. But another really smart thing to do is to put a label of some kind inside your portfolio that says, who to contact if, you lose it. So I have some half sheet stickers that I use for printing shipping labels. So I just use one of those and printed out a label that I put in here. I just printed out one of those labels with my contact information so that I could stick it to the inside of all of my portfolios in case somebody lost it. Now, I'm gonna shove this 13 by 19 back in here. Oh, look at that, perfect fit. I love it. Then goes the 12 by 18, and then goes, now this one is not the standard Atoya 11 by 17. It's a little bit taller and wider and thicker just because of the rings. But that one goes in on top. I could still probably fit one more portfolio in there if I really wanted to. So we'll see. And really, that's it as far as portfolios. Just kind of squish some of the air out of there. And that's not too bad. Now, as far as other stuff that I'm going to be packing in this bag, I'm going to have my camera gear, all of my little add-ons, because I'm going to try to do some filming at the show this year. I'm going to be taking photos again like I did last year. I took a couple of 100 photos at the show last year. I guess I am the unofficial OAX photographer. Nobody asks me to do it. It's just something I enjoy doing. And then the typical stuff, chargers, electronic stuff and all of that, and stuff like I have some lozenges in case I get dry mouth at the show, you know, from talking too much or going, oh my God, look at that. It's going to be great. But yeah, this bag is fantastic. I love it. You need a good portfolio-sized bag for a show like this. It's one of the best investments you can make. And, you know, I take this one with me to every con I go to now because I'm always going to have a portfolio with me, and it's just a wonderful bag. As far as other stuff, you know, like I said, my other bag is just its regular rollerboard suitcase, and that's where I'm going to be packing all my clothes, my toiletries, stuff like that. And speaking of clothing, you're going to want to pack warm weather gear. Some of us are coming from very cold places to go to Orlando just to get into the sun for a little while and feel a little bit of heat. And I checked the weather and it's saying it's going to be in the 80s most of the time I'm there. So I'm going to be bringing some shorts, some t-shirts, and some comfy warm weather gear. No heavy coats, no sweaters or anything of the like. It's going to be great and I'm looking forward to it. And that is how I'm going to be packing. The next part of prepping for the show is knowing the schedule. So let's talk about that. Now, the official show schedule goes like this. On Friday, registration is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. That means if you are at the show, if you're at the hotel in Orlando, you can go anytime all day on Friday and pick up your badge. Even if you're only going to the normal show hours, you don't have VIP or anything like that, so you're only going to be participating on Saturday and Sunday. If you're there on Friday, you can still pick up your badges and be ready to get in the door first thing on Saturday morning. If you are VIP, the show starts a little early. On Friday from 4 to 6 is the VIP preview. We get 2 hours to be on the show floor before anybody else. It's going to be interesting to see who's going where people are running to try to get on commission lists for the weekend, maybe just go buy stuff right off the bat. I don't know what everybody's plans are. I think for me, I'm going to try to pick up as many of my commissions during the VIP preview window as I can, just to knock that out so that I have more time on Saturday and Sunday to do other stuff. And then from 6 to 9 on Friday is the VIP reception. Now, the VIP reception is basically just a period where they open up a part of the hotel, they set up a buffet, you get free dinner, well, and you get dinner included in the price of your VIP ticket, and there's an open bar. So 3 hours of free drinks and free food and just mingling with fellow collectors, exhibitors, and artists. It's a great time to catch up with people, meet new people, talk to your favorite artists in a cool, calm, casual environment before the chaos of the show the next day. So on Saturday, registration opens at 9. It'll be open till 5, so you have all day. If you don't get there first thing in the morning, you have all day. You can go pick up your badges and then get into the show. The show floor is open from 10 to 5. This is the main event. This is what we've all been waiting for since last year, right? So Saturday from 10 to 5, you're going to be on the show floor, looking at all the art, checking out the vendors, checking out the artists, picking up commissions, doing all that good stuff. And then at 5:30, 30 minutes after the show closes, is going to be the Jack and Roz Kirby Awards. This is a brand new thing for OAX. This is going to be the first year of the Kirby Awards at OAX. It's only going to be 45 minutes. I can do math. It's only going to be a 45-minute presentation. There's going to be 7 awards for this first year. And then right after the award show from 6:15 to 8, they're moving right into the OAX art auction. Now, let me tell you, I was at the art auction last year and it is a good time. Matt DiTullio and Tatiana Dykes were the auctioneers last year. They will be again this year. They are a power duo. They know how to run an auction and they get into it and they have a good time with it. And it's fun to throw in thrill bids, let me tell you. And again, during the whole auction, there will be an open bar, which I think is a strategic maneuver to get us to spend more money, right? But regardless, The auction is a good time. You can hang out with friends, get some pizza or some burgers and fries or a little bit of both, and have some more free drinks and watch the fun unfold. And that's it as far as the official events on Saturday. So on Sunday, the show floor is open again from 10 to 5 with registration from 9 to 5. It's the second day of the show. It's more of the same. It's another day to go look at all the art that you can get into your eyeballs. So have a good time, pick up lots of art, look at lots of art and all of that. Now let's break down the schedule a little bit more, because there are events that are going on outside of those official hours for the convention, right? The con is like Saturday and Sunday is the official event with the preview thing for VIPs on Fridays. But guess what? There's more. The pre-show launch party for OAX is actually on Thursday night. So if you are in town and at the hotel on Thursday, you can join folks from 7:30 to 10:30 at Gods and Monsters, which is a local comic shop down in Orlando that has a post-apocalyptic speakeasy in the back of the store, and it's called Vault 5421. So on Thursday night, we will be going to Gods and Monsters, hanging out in the store and checking out the speakeasy and getting drinks there at a post-apocalyptic speakeasy. How cool is that? And that's Thursday night. And that goes from 7:30 until 10:30. Now, who knows that's the unofficial official schedule for Thursday. But I'm going to tell you right now, I can speak from experience. Just because that ends at 10:30 doesn't mean that the fun is over. I can all but guarantee you that after that point, people are going to be gathering at Miller's Ale House, which is open until 2 a.m. They might be gathering just in the lobby at the hotel. Or if the weather cools down enough at night, in past years, there's been a fire pit in the courtyard of the Doubletree Hotel. And there have been known to be some revelers and merrymakers hanging out until like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I've even heard tell of a secret sandwich club that hangs out around the fire pit until the wee hours. So, Thursday night, if you're not doing anything at 2 a.m. and you want to hang out, check out the lobby. Maybe go check out the fire pit. Who knows who you're going to find hanging out there eating sandwiches. Now, on Friday, like I said, we have the VIP preview from 4 to 6. The VIP reception is from 6 to 9. But then at 9 o'clock, there's the second annual Bub Crawl, sponsored by Wolvie Fan. He is the organizer. He put together the Bub Crawl last year, and the Bub Crawl is a lot of fun. Basically, what happens is you're going to meet with Wolvie Fan in the lobby of the Doubletree Hotel, and then you're going to go for a little walk. So this year, the Bub Crawl is going to the Universal Orlando City Walk, which I don't think is very far away. I think it's in walking distance, but you could Uber over there. And there are 4 bars in that area that we are going to be hitting up during the Bub Crawl this year. Each bar has a special drink that they made specifically for the OAX Bub Crawl, and they have special names. So I can't remember all of them, but I know like the first bar, I believe, has Gambit's Bayou Bramble. I like to make brambles. It's a favorite drink of mine that I make during the summer. It's got blackberry in it. It's got lemon. It's a little bit tart. It's a little bit sweet, and it's very refreshing. So I'm looking forward to having a Bayou Bramble at the first bar. Now, the thing to remember is the Bub Crawl, it says 9 p.m. to question marks. So who knows when it's officially going to end, but we have 4 bars to hit. If you make it through all 4, if you last the whole night, you get a t-shirt with a drawing of Wolverine on it to commemorate the event. And that art has been created specifically for this event by none other than Adam Kubert. Somebody who's really known for drawing Wolverine. Now, if you want to participate in the Bub Crawl this year, Wolvie Fan is trying to keep things a little bit more organized. So I believe he's still taking RSVPs, but if you want to participate in the Bub Crawl, you need to email Wolvie Fan at bubcrawl2026@gmail.com. I think there's still time, but if you want to go, you need to hurry up and let Wolvie Fan know so that he can get you in there. And when you contact him with that email, tell him your shirt size so that he can prepare a shirt for you so that if you can hang the whole night, you get the commemorative shirt at the end of it. Now, if you're not into alcohol or you don't think you have the stamina to maintain the entire length of the Bub Crawl, and maybe you're more of a sit down and play some games kind of person, Tatiana will be hosting a Magic the Gathering night from 8:30 until question mark. So in one of the penthouses or the towers or whatever of the hotel, they're going to have Magic set up all night on Friday night from 8:30 on. And so they're going to have how to play events, Jumpstart, Commander all night. At 9 p.m., they're going to be doing a Spider-Man sealed or draft event. The Spider-Man Magic the Gathering set came out last year, and it's got lots of amazing art in the set by artists that are going to be at OAX. If you go, the first 50 players that go get swag bags that have a Victor Adame Minguez She-Hulk poster. It's got dice, cards, and more. And then there's going to be prizes and giveaways. So if you like playing Magic, go check it out. If you're new to Magic, you've never played and you want to learn to play, there are people that will be in the penthouse there that will be happy to help you learn how to play. Now, personally, I went on the bub crawl last year and it was a lot of fun. I got to meet some people that I didn't really know before, and I got to have drinks with lots of people. One thing I will call out that was really kind of magical that happened at the bub crawl last year is I got to meet Matt Sardo and Jamie Jones for the first time. And it happened at a Hooters, which was one of the stops on the bub crawl. How often does it happen that you get to meet an awesome artist who has done a commission for you previously at a Hooters? It was a good time, and I will never forget that. Anyway, Friday night, I'll be at the bub crawl. When the bub crawl is over, I might go up to the penthouse and see if anybody is still playing Magic. Who knows? Now, on Saturday, we know that the show hours are 10 to 5, but what other stuff is happening? Well, on Saturday from 3:30 to 5, there's going to be the John Romita Jr. meet and greet. So this is a separate ticketed event. You had to pay for this separately. I think they closed it down, but for those of you like myself who bought into this, that's going to be happening from 3:30 to 5. Basically, that's at the end of the day for the show. Now, from 5 to 8, the pavilion after hours will be open with open bar and food. And so basically starting at 5, that room is going to open up, and that's where the Jack and Ross Kirby Awards are going to be from 5:30 to 6:15, and then 6:15 to 8 is the OAX auction and fundraiser event. Open bar and free food the whole time that it's open. If you don't know, you can go look at the art that is available for auction on CAF. It has its own gallery, and you can go check that out. Now, that's everything up until 8. What happens after 8? Well, you have a couple of choices. From 8 to 2, people are going to be hanging out doing a meetup at Miller's Ale House. Now, if you've never been to Miller's before, Miller's Ale House is a chain restaurant. It's in various states. I don't have one near me, and I'd never been to one until I was in Orlando last year. It's just a sports bar. But at the Miller's meetup, after the auction, Kazra will be there, Bill will probably be there for a little while, and they're giving out drink tickets. And if you get a ticket, you can go turn that in and you can get free drinks. Miller's is kind of the unofficial hangout place. If you're not in the hotel lobby or not on the show floor, you're probably at Miller's hanging out, having a drink, having a good time. I ate at Miller's at least 3 times last OAX because it's literally right across the parking lot. Super convenient. The food's pretty good, assuming you like bar food, and you can, and lots of drinks. And just like I said, there's always going to be some fellow OAX goers there to hang out with. So this is from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. They're going to be closing Miller's down. I guarantee it. The other option, though, is Magic the Gathering Night 2 from 8 till ? Now, again, they're going to be doing how to play events, Jumpstart, and Command Roll Night at 9 p.m. Instead of Spider-Man, they're going to be doing a sealed event for another Magic the Gathering set called Murders at Karlov Manor. And there's going to be more swag bags for the first 50 people again on night 2, which includes that exclusive Victor Adame Minguez poster, dice, cards, and some other fun stuff. So that's Saturday. Now on Sunday, 10 to 5 again for the main show floor. At 1:30 at booth 101 and 102, that's the Heritage Auctions booth, they're going to be doing a special art raffle for an original painting by none other than Steve the Dude Rude. If you want to try to win a badass piece of art by Steve Rude, go check out the Heritage booth around 1:30 p.m. on Sunday. Now, here comes one of the big draws for OAX, and that was not an intentional pun, but I'm going to just stick with it. From 2 to 3 p.m. on Sunday is the free sketch and signature event. So basically what happens is select artists, so not everybody that's there, but select artists will be participating in the event and doing quick sketches and up to 1 or 2 free signature to attendees that come to their table. And when you go to OAX and you pick up your swag bag that you get for buying a ticket, in there is going to be a single blank sketch card, and it'll probably say OAX 2026 on it. And so during the free sketch event from 2 to 3 p.m. on Sunday, you can take that sketch card to any one of the participating artists on the show floor and say, "One art, please." This is an opportunity to take us back to a previous time at conventions when you could just walk up to your favorite artist and get a free sketch. And if you have other sketch cards that you bring in I have a couple that I have left over from last year. I got a couple sent to me when I got some mystery sketches on sketch cards this year, or last year rather. So I have a couple of extras. So if I plan things out right, I can maybe go get 2, 3, 4 different sketch cards done. I know other people last year were getting multiple. So if you can figure out a way to work it and you've got more than one sketch card available to you, you can get multiple sketch cards done. It's a good time. It's a lot of fun to see who's participating and to see how many sketches you can get. So that's from 2 to 3 on Sunday. From 3 to 4 is the John Romita Meet and Greet Part 2. Basically, they had a lot of people sign up for the JRJR meet and greet, and they decided to break it up into 2 days. So if you weren't able to get into the Saturday one, you can do the Sunday one. But again, this is another thing that you had to prepay for. If you got into either of the John Romita Jr. meet and greet sessions, whether Saturday or Sunday, you were entered into a raffle for a fully finished 11 by 17 pencil drawing of Spider-Man. So even if you were in the Saturday meet and greet session, stick around on Sunday because there's a chance that you could win a free piece of art from a Marvel legend. Then the show ends at 5, but that's not where the fun stops. I guarantee you, anybody who hasn't already left to go home, there's a good chance a lot of them are going to be congregating over at Miller's once again. And from 5 to 9 on Sunday night, again, more Magic the Gathering. It's going to be free play, so you can basically go in and do what you want as far as Magic is concerned, but that area is going to be open and available to do some Magic if you're sticking around on Sunday night. That's everything that is kind of like general extracurricular activities that are going on outside of the show. But wait, there's more. You see, one of the aspects of OAX is the Card Art Expo at OAX, the CAX. And let me tell you, the card collecting community is full of some wild people, and they like to have fun. There is a whole host of events that they are doing that is separate from everything else the whole weekend, starting on Thursday, going on into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you don't see a lot of the card guys at Miller's or on the Bub Crawl or playing Magic, that's because they're up the South Tower Penthouse. That's what it's actually called. They're going to be over there doing crazy things like box breaks. And I'm going to put the schedule for them up here, but on Friday at 9 p.m., they're going to be doing a Marvel Masterpieces 2024 box break a case break with Noel Rego, the guy that painted all of the art for that card set. How cool is that? At 10 p.m. on Friday, Hermit Style, Jimmy, he's going to be doing collector interviews. If you want to go up and be on camera and talk to Jimmy and talk about your collecting, I think they're mostly looking at card people, but I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to other people as well. Go up there and check that out. On Saturday, they're going to be doing an event at 8 p.m., Sketched Live, Artists versus Collectors. If you want to go up and draw and sit next to a professional artist and see whose art is better, you could do that. That sounds like it might be a lot of fun. 9 o'clock, they're going to do a Marvel Masterpieces 2018 case break with Simone Bianchi, the maestro himself. He's going to go up there and open cards with those guys, and he did the art for that set. He painted however many paintings for that set, and he's going to be opening his own cards. That sounds like a fun time. And Simone, he's a crazy person, and I'm sure that he's going to ham it up for that event. So that's going to be fun. Sunday, they have a post-show special. They're going to be doing some more live streams. They're going to be doing, they're doing another case break with Dave Palumbo with his set of Marvel Master. So if you want to go hang out with some Marvel card artists, watch them crack open some cards and that kind of thing, go check it out. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of stuff going on up there. At the end of the day, I think the takeaway here is that you're never going to not have anything to do the whole time you're in Orlando. Whether you get in on Thursday or Friday, even if you're only planning on going to the main show from 10 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday, there's still plenty of stuff to do after that is free, fun, and is open access to everybody. So keep it on the schedule. Figure out what you're going to do. Try to plan ahead a little bit, because you know what? If you wait until the last minute, you're going to have decision paralysis. You're not going to know what to do, and you're going to freak out, and then you're going to sit in your hotel room crying between just not knowing what to do and having FOMO because you're missing out on everything. So at least pick one thing and go do that, and then you can worry about the FOMO for everything you didn't do later. Okay, so now that's the schedule. So let's start talking about strategy. Now, for me personally, I get it on Thursday. I'm going to be going to the pre-show launch party at Gods and Monsters. I want to check out this post-apocalyptic speakeasy. I heard they went there for a little bit in year one. I wasn't there year one, and last year I don't think anybody went, so I have not been there. I'm looking forward to it. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. If you're going to be there on Thursday night, come hang out, come have a drink with me, come say hi. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Now on Friday, I'm going to be going to all the VIP stuff. I did buy a VIP ticket. I plan on being at the preview thing. I think my plan for that is to try to pick up as many of my commissions as possible. I have 7, well, technically I have 6 OAX pre-show commissions that I need to pick up. I do have a 7th commission to pick up that is by an artist that is not actually going to be at OAX. They were never going to be at OAX this year. It's just a side commission that is being brought to me at the show. But I am going to be picking that one up. That one I may have to wait until Saturday to get. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think that's my game plan for the preview night. I am not really looking to get on any commission lists at the show because I spent a lot of money on the pre-show stuff. So I'm going to try my best to not spend any money at the show unless I see something that is just mind-numbingly good. If somebody has some really cool, amazing, original, published Stingray art, I might have to make some bad decisions, but we'll see. I feel like the odds of that are going to be kind of slim, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try to stay strong. So the goal is Friday night at the VIP pre-show, I'm going to pick up as many of my commissions as I can, and then we'll go to the VIP meet and greet, whatever. I'm going to eat some food, have some drinks, hang out, mingle, all that good stuff. So Friday, after the preview night and the VIP meet and greet, I will be at the Bub Crawl. I will be hanging out with Wolvie Fan and however many other thirsty art fans are going to be there. I know that there's, like I said, there's the 4 bars that we're going to go to, and I believe the last one is a karaoke joint. And they said something about how there's a live band that plays the music when you do karaoke, I think is what I heard. That sounds kind of cool. I've never done karaoke at a place like that, but I'm looking forward to it. I am a practitioner of the ancient art of karaoke. So if you're down to hear me sing, or if you enjoy singing in public, come on out. It's going to be a fun time. And if you can hang all night, you get that free t-shirt. Saturday, if there are any commissions I was not able to pick up on Friday night, my goal is going to be to do that first, take care of those additional commissions. And then I'm just going to kind of hang out, cruise the show floor, see what's going on. I think I'm just going to do a walk around. I will have my camera on me, so I'll be taking lots of photos. I am going to be trying to take some video this year for YouTube video stuff. And yeah, I'm just going to be basically hanging out the rest of the day and seeing what's there. And again, trying really hard not to spend any additional money. And then from 3:30 to 5, I will be participating in the first session of the John Romita Jr. meet and greet. After that, I will be at the Jack and Roz Kirby Awards. I am very much looking forward to checking that out. I know that this was a big deal for Calf and for Kazra individually. I know he's been working very hard on that for at least a couple of years to try and make this happen, working with the Kirby family. So it's kind of a big deal, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun and really interesting to see how that goes. And then that leads right into the auction, and I will be at the auction, and I will be imbibing and hoping that doesn't make me feel, if the drinks will loosen me up, and hopefully it doesn't loosen my wallet up. Although I will say there are some very nice pieces of art in the auction. There are at least a couple that have caught my eye, including the John Romita Jr. piece that was penciled by him and inked by Jimmy Palmiotti that for the show poster that will be in the auction. I don't think I have a chance at that one, but we'll see. We'll see. And then after the auction on Saturday night, there's the choice between Miller's and Magic. I think I'm going to go hang out and maybe play some Magic for a little bit on Saturday night. And then I might end up back at Miller's sometime before 2 a.m. and just kind of hang out and mingle over there, try and maybe do the best of both worlds. And that brings us to Sunday. Now, Sunday, I think, is going to be kind of a chill day. I'm just going to hang out and roam the show floor, take some more photos, take some more video. One thing that I want to bring special attention to, and this is probably what I'm going to be doing on Sunday as well, the special galleries. Last year, there were a few special galleries, and they do these every year. It's different every year. The special galleries are basically small gallery-style exhibits that they set up to show some original art of various types. And last year, there was a collection of fantasy art that had 2 original paintings by Frank Frazetta in it. I'd never seen a Frazetta in person before, so getting to see those was quite impressive. They also had the Marcus Rohrwild collection, which is just a collection of like German sci-fi covers spanning several decades. They're all painted work that he had, and all of them were absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, there was the collections in black that was brought by Big Phil. Shout out to Big Phil. This year, there's going to be selections from the Richard Garrison collection with artwork by Roy Krinkle, Jeff Jones, Bernie Wrightson, Frank Frazetta, again, Kelly Freyas, and Vaughn Bodie, among others. There's going to be, and that's going to be at booths 234 to 235. At booth 230 is something called Walt's Secret Closet, a nonprofit animation and entertainment museum showcasing original concept and pre-production sketches, as well as production sketches, paintings, model sheets, storyboards, historical documents, and studio artifacts. I don't know what all is going to be there, but that sounds kind of cool. I've been a big fan of animation for most of my life, so who knows what kind of cool stuff is going to be there. There's also going to be the Card Art Expo Art Gallery. So basically, the guys that are kind of like the brains behind the Card Art Expo are bringing some of the stuff from their personal collections, and they've invited, if you are a card guy and you have some original card art that you want to bring to the show to put in this little gallery, you're more than welcome to. And it is themed this year, and the theme is X-Men Unite. So they're looking for additional original card art featuring X characters that you can show off at the show in this special gallery. Oh, there's also going to be at booth 208 and on the stage, all of the art for the OAX art auction and fundraiser will be available to see. It will be on display, so you can go check it out and see in your person which pieces you might want to spend some money on. There's a lot of special galleries this year. In the special gallery room, there's going to be a couple of complete issues worth of OA. So there's going to be Commandi number 7 by Jack Kirby and Mike Royer. This book is being brought to the show by the Jack Kirby Museum and Research Center. This came out in July of 1973. So it has 20 interior pages and the cover. And apparently a lot of the pages are paired with prints of the studio pencil photocopies so that you can actually see the side by side. That sounds like a really cool historical importance, because obviously the Kirby Awards are going to be a thing at the show this year. So going to see some original Kirby art on display and seeing a full issue's worth, that sounds really awesome, and I look forward to checking that one out. Now, another complete book that is going to be at the show is X-Men of Apocalypse. Now, this is a recent book that just came out in the last couple of months, and they're going to have all 20 pages by Simone DeMeo at the show, and they will be available for purchase through Matt Tullio, who is Simone's rep. And they're going to have the cover for number 1 and the cover for number 2. So you can go to this gallery, check out an entire issue worth of Simone DeMeo original art, and you can pick up some pieces there at the show if you are so inclined. That is a cool opportunity. Like, that's like boutique art shopping, right? You go up and be like, yes, I want that one. And you just pick it up right then and there. That's kind of cool. Like, I don't plan on buying any of that, but I love Simone's art, and so I think that's going to be a good time. Additionally, there's still more. There's going to be the Microcomputer Detective. This I'm just going to read this because I don't know anything about this one. So, Microcomputer Detective follows the high-stakes exploits of Daisuke Yazaki, a young genius who uses his technical mastery of early microcomputing to outmaneuver a violent gang of motorcycle bank robbers. This series perfectly captured the 1980s fascination with the burgeoning digital frontier, blending classic hard-boiled detective tropes with cutting-edge computer science. Artist Yoshiaki Shimoju brings his technological thriller to life with a sharp, dynamic style. His work is notable for its detailed rendering of period-accurate hardware, a hallmark of the tech manga subgenre. So experience this complete 38-page chapter, which features a mix of standard and large-format two-tone pages showcasing the original manuscript dimensions before they were scaled down for publication. So this is kind of cool. If you're into manga at all and you want to see some original manga art from the 80s, here's an opportunity to go check an entire chapter's worth, which I assume they just mean, like those little pocket-sized manga books, one of those. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, that's cool. And then there's going to be a selection. This is such a vague name. I love it. A selection of significant manga art. So this is presented by the artist's Bullpen. It's supplemental to the Microcomputer Detective Gallery. It's a hand-selected assembly that showcases the diverse excellence of Japanese sequential art, spanning from the god of manga legacy to the golden age of interactive multimedia. Together, these pieces pieces represent a rare look at the original manuscripts and specialized formats that transform manga from simple stories into global cultural phenomenon. Visit the artist bullet printed tables A7 through A10 to see a large selection of original manga pieces and other goodies. So again, more original manga art that is going to be available to check out at the show. Whew. Okay, I think I've covered everything. I've covered the schedule. I've talked about how I'm preparing, what I plan to do, where I'm going to be at the show. So if you see me at the show, come up and say hi. Tell me how cool Stingray is. I'll shake your hand and say you're awesome. Maybe I am planning on doing some. I'm going to try to work in some video footage at the show. One thing I'd like to do is make some short form content. I'd like to do some shorts. So if you would like to participate in one of those and you see me around, let me know. I think I'm going to be asking people what their most unpopular art or art collecting opinion is. So if you have something you'd like to say that might piss people off, let me know. We can make that happen. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and those will be presented as shorts after the show in the coming weeks. So that'll be cool. But basically, I think the thing to remember at OAX is, for me, a big part of it is it's a social event. I get to go there and see some of my fellow collectors who are good friends of mine at this point, and I only get to see them a couple of times a year if I'm lucky. So this is a big one where we can all get together under one roof and hang out, look at some awesome art, and have a good time. So just remember, if this is your first time, if you're feeling nervous, because this is a lot of information that I just went over, it's tough to choose where you should be at any given point in time, and I get that. But remember, most importantly, have fun, make friends, and eat lots of zingers. That's really all there is to it. So I hope to see as many of you as humanly possible at OAX in 1 week. It's going to be a blast. I've been looking forward to it since last year. And I know as soon as I get home from the show this year, I'm going to be thinking about the next year. So that's all I have for today. Can't wait to see everybody next week. Have a good one. If I don't see you at OAX, I'll see you in the next video.